Hello and welcome to Espresso's Watch channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to get rid of these pills that are on most Seikos. The annoying little magnifier, which I know a lot of people don't like. I'm gonna try and show you a way that I found to do it, which is, well, I would say safer than using a blade, which I tried doing, and honestly, I just cut my finger, so I do not recommend trying that. It's not the best. A lot of different videos on YouTube will kind of show you how to do it using a blade or having to basically take apart the whole watch and take away the crystal on top, take away the movement, everything else. I'm just too lazy to do that. So I have a couple of watches right here that I want to remove the magnifier from. So the best way I found to do it is, instead of using a blade, something like this, to kind of pry it open, which is honestly just risky and dangerous and not safe, I like to use one of these. It works really well, to be honest with you. One important thing to remember is the crystal that's on your watch. If it's a sapphire crystal, I have noticed that it tends to come off a lot easier than the hardlex, which is on the other watches. So kind of helps to know what kind of crystal you've got on your watch. And if it's a hardlex, you need to be a little careful while doing it, because if you use too much pressure, you can kind of just shatter the magnifier and then it's a pain to take off. This is one that I've done myself, and so is the other Seiko there. And as you can see, it's really good. That's just my fingerprint mark. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to show you how to do it on these. Now, it does help to kind of add some heat when you're doing it. So you could use a lighter to do it, but I don't recommend it because you may end up creating, a heat zone. So probably don't use something like that. Not the best idea. So you can end up creating a hot spot on your crystal, and you may end up changing or affecting the lume on your watch, which probably, I don't think it would do much in the long run, but I just don't want to risk it. What you can do instead is just run the watch under some hot water, essentially, to, make sure make sure your screwed-in crown is screwed in so you don't have any problems there. And just to kind of loosen up the glue that's holding it in. Okay, this watch is now ready to try and get that crystal off. So let's do this. Now, it's important to remember that when you are doing this, that you don't want to kind of jam it onto the main crystal itself. Be careful when you're clamping it on so that you're kind of being as safe as you can. So this one, it's deciding to fight me, which is fine because there is a way to still get it off. It's just a little more painful now, that's all. It's a little more annoying. Because as you can see, that crystal, the magnifier itself has cracked a little bit, but there's a way to take it off. It's a lot of work. But still, it's the kind of work that is better than having to take the whole watch apart. Just kind of need to really get under there and get as much of it off as I can. There we go, that's better. You see? It's starting to come off, so it's the glue that's just kind of firmer than I was expecting, but that's okay. Gonna have a lot of glass shards on this table in a second. But I guess that's just a part of this if you want to take it off. Alright, now that that's rough, yeah, the best way to do it is to actually use a butter knife and kind of grind at it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hang on. So we're going to be doing this the harder way. So what you want to do is grab a butter knife, and then you want to use the abrasive side. The side that's actually got the ridge on it. And you want to just kind of shave it off. Just grind at it slowly. Take your time and just keep going at it. And the whole thing will just come off eventually. Well, this has been a right mess so far, but I'm gonna keep working at it and I'm gonna get back to you. So, after a lot of work and effort and elbow grease, that's how far I've gotten. Yeah, it's gonna take some work. You kind of see how much smaller it is now. This is the only problem with doing it this way. In case this magnifier cracks, it takes forever to try and get it off, and it's a lot of work. But it can be done. Just gotta keep going at it and not stop really. Just keep putting effort, a lot of elbow grease, and you will get it off without scratching your actual crystal as well. So that works. I'm just gonna keep going at this, and hopefully it should all be off soon. And just like that, it's done. That took way longer than I would have liked for it to have taken. But there it is, without a magnifier. And honestly, I think it just looks so much better. Just think that looks amazing without a magnifier. Just such a good looking watch. And of course, there's no scratches or anything on the crystal. Just a little bit of residue on the crystal itself. Unfortunately, this one, the crystal shattered the way it did on this watch. Same thing happened, but I thought maybe it was because of the Hardlex main crystal itself, but it's got nothing to do with that apparently. It's just, I guess it just depends on your luck and how much glue Seiko decided to use that day. So I guess you have to really hate that magnifier if you're gonna, put the effort in to kind of take it off, because it takes a lot of work. But I do think personally that it looks so much better without a magnifier than it does with one. So yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. This is the other watch that I also removed, but honestly, this one came off so much easier than the other two did. This one just came off in one piece. I didn't even have to try really hard. So yeah, I guess it just depends on your luck really, on what kind of or how much glue your watch will have. So if you're gonna risk it, then risk it. But in case it does shatter, be prepared to put in a lot of time and a lot of elbow grease trying to grind it down, but eventually you will get that. I think it looks amazing. I'll just clean it down a little bit and it should be perfect. Yeah, gonna wear it on this in a sec. I think it'll look great. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you had fun, or well, at least maybe learned a thing or two. See you guys next time. Bye bye.